Hey guys, Stu here. This is just going to be an update video of my gastric bypass. It is 6 months tomorrow. I had my surgery. I am getting my voice back, so you can hear me a little bit better. I am in a new room in the house. This is one of my spare bedrooms, which will be getting turned into a studio room. Obviously I need some new lighting, because you can't really see very well. And I also got a new camera coming, so that'll go up as well. And I want a new microphone, because I sound a little bit strange because I record off my iPhone 6. So you don't really hear things very well. Either that, or I choose off the iPad. And then that's just as bad, I think, for hearing and recording. So we'll get into the gastric stuff. When I got weighed, I'm sure, what was I? I think I was 25.7 stone, I think I was. I was just short of 26 stone when I started the whole thing. I've just weighed myself about 5 minutes ago just to double check, and I'm now 17.2 stone. So it's what, just short of 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm just short of 8 stone from when I actually got my operation. Yeah, I'm sure I'm just over 8 stone. I have found it a bit difficult. I did, to begin with, find like the emotional side of it a lot harder than I thought it would be. I thought I would breathe, so I thought I'd find it more difficult not being able to eat the foods I wanted to. But I think it was more like the hormone imbalances, and I was just a bitch all the time. And I apologise for the language, but I was just an absolute pain in the bum, which if you ask me with half, I'll say exactly the same. I did cry a lot, and I did find it very emotional to begin with. Now I don't find it so bad. I think the hardest thing I find now is more the everyday, like, what am I going to eat, how much am I meant to eat. I still find portion control a little bit difficult. Obviously I know when I'm full now, I understand the feeling of known fullness, but I still find it a little bit difficult of putting the correct portion on a plate. I still tend to over portion and then end up having a lot of waste. Doesn't help that if I'm making a meal for me and my partner, with only being the two of us, I make a normal sized meal to dish it out to make sure that it looks, that he doesn't end up getting a massive plate full and I've got this tiny little teacup plate full. But it does take it, I'll get used to it eventually. I think it's just to satisfy myself thinking that I've eaten that much and that I feel full off that little bit of food. As is vitamins and things. I was going to the gym quite a lot. I did have an update, I think it was last month I was there, and I did get into trouble because apparently I was doing too much exercise. So it was sort of a kickback rather than a help, because I sort of thought like I was getting myself into such a good routine, and before my operation I would have never gone to the gym. I could never have coped going to the gym and dealing with exercise and feeling comfortable with myself in the exercise routine. Because at the moment I did do a lot of classes, so I did a lot of boxercise, I did body combat and body pump, I did Zumba, I was doing quite a lot of classes in a week. I was also taking protein powder, which in America they recommend. In America everybody takes it after a bypass, where in the UK they don't recommend it. So a lot of it's a bit of like one person will tell you one thing, another person tells you another. Like I spoke to my doctor and my doctor said I'd be fine, and then I spoke to the surgeon and the surgeon told me not to. So it's sort of trying to balance it and finding what works for yourself. I've gone down from, I was between a 44 and a 46 in trousers. I'm now down between a 32 and a 34. I haven't really shifted in the last month in sizes of trousers. I'm the same with the top. The top I was between a 2XL and a 3XL comfortably. Now I'm down to like a medium to large, more large than medium. Some mediums I can fit into, some mediums I can't. Shoe size, weirdly enough, I've dropped a size in a shoe. Apart from that, I feel like I've lost a lot of hair. It's a lot thinner than it was. A lot thinner. Like obviously you can't see, it still looks quite thick, but it is really thin now. It used to be a lot thicker. If I went to the hairdressers, they used to have to thin it out because it was that thick, and now it's just, there's not much there. I do take most of my tablets. There's a lot of tablets to take. I know in America they don't get as much as what we do over here. We get supplements for everything. Literally every single thing possible they give you a supplement for. And a lot of it I got where you dissolve it in water or liquid. And we struggle, like I can have a normal glass of water, and that glass of water will maybe take me 2 attempts, so maybe take an hour for me to drink and a pint of water would take me ages. So trying to have 5 or 6 medications that you could dissolve in half a pint of water, and you're meant to have that in the morning and then have them done on the night, it's impossible. So I am waiting for a changeover to go back on the tablets. But some of them they won't, because it's in plastic coating, or like the plastic tablets rather than, or the sugar coated or something. So apparently we can't digest them or something like that. I only listen to half of things I'm supposed to actually listen to sometimes. But hey yo, I'm getting there. So if anybody doesn't want to see, I'm not going to be naked, I've got a pair of shorts on. But if anybody doesn't want to see how I'm looking, then I just suggest that you maybe look away for 5-10 minutes. Well, a few minutes. Because I will show you my chest and the bits where I've got a bit of baggy skin, and my legs, because my legs are looking brilliant. But I'll just step backwards. I've got a little thing I don't think I need to take my top off, do I? But there's my chest. So as you can see, I've now got ribs. I'll not, you might see pubic hair, I apologise, but that's the only bit of skin I have there, which is not massive, or I don't personally think it's massive. When I've got my gym top and stuff, it's very flat. The only problem I do have, and I will show, is around my arms. My arms, I have a lot of skin there, which doesn't bother me. I know a lot of other people will be happier not having it, but around where my boobs was, man boobs was, that's the only thing that I still tend to have a little bit more skin on. And I can't show you my legs. I'll see if I can step back. And my legs are tiny now, where I used to have quite big, chunky legs. My legs have gone quite thin now, and they're very muscular for all the exercise and classes I've been doing. I think, is that everything? Yeah, I think that's all you need to see. Sorry, I'm in my pyjamas because it's late getting on here. But I do have some videos coming up at the weekend. I'm hoping, I've got some, I bought a camera for Christmas and we realised it doesn't actually record, it just takes photos. So we are getting rid of that, and then I am buying a new camcorder. I do need to get this room sorted out, and I do have a couple of things that people have sent me that I'm going to put up on walls and things behind so that everybody can see them. I've got a couple of get well cards, and I've got like groovy happy birthday cards, lots of photographs on of family and friends and stuff like that, all to go up so that people can see behind. I'm going to do a couple of tag videos over the weekend. Like, I am going to do them over the weekend. I'm going to do a boyfriend tag so you can meet Kenny, my other half. I'm also going to do the Would You Rather tag, and I have I've been asked to do it. I don't really want to. What's that? I don't know what it's called. There's something challenge where it's to do with the lips, and I'm like, really iffy on doing it. Is it the Jennifer? Oh, I can't remember. But I have been asked to do it, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I want blood, pop any of my blood vessels or anything in my lips. I don't really understand the concept of it. I don't understand the point of it. Well, I know what the point of it is. I just don't understand why a lot of people are doing it for the damage it can cause. But that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. If anybody's got any questions or want to ask me anything, comment below and I will answer, or I will do a separate video if it's a topic that a lot of people have asked about. If everybody wants to like and subscribe, that would be brilliant. I'm going to set up a social media site, but only if I get so many subscribers, because at the moment I've only got 20 odd subscribers, so it's not much point. If I hit the 100 subscribers, then I'll put up a competition video, and I will also then create either a Facebook or a Twitter or an Instagram page or something, just so that my fans can then sort of tweet around. I do want to ask anybody if anybody wants to do a swap, but rather than it being new things, I'd rather do like, I can't remember what it's called, it's been on TV recently, where it's more of like recycling things. So if you've got a couple of things that you no longer need, rather than throwing them out, pass them on to other people. So I was wanting to see if there's any other YouTubers that want to do that, that watch my videos or that just fancy doing that. I know I've got a swap coming up with Butterfly Sparkles 23. I've also got another friend who did want to do it, and I don't know, I haven't spoke to her in a while. But yeah, so I'll see everybody soon. trying to think, I'm making sure I've said anything because I think I'm speaking far too fast because it's already 10 minutes long and it takes ages to upload onto YouTube. I hope everybody voted because it's voting day here in the UK, which I'm sick of hearing about. That's all that's been on TV is vote, 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 and post. And so I live on a very big street, so you get all the mail, like all the leaflets up every day. I get about 12 different Thai Chinese takeaways and pizza shops, and so we've had loads of them for vote all the different parties. But we're not getting into political views because it's not a conversation for YouTube. And I've got off total subject of my bypass. I deeply apologise. Excuse me. But I will see everybody over the weekend and hope everybody has a good weekend. Bye.